Welcome to the podcast Friday Feels, brought to you by the Office of Counseling and Wellness at Berkeley College. I'm your host and personal counselor, Sarah Nickerson. Join our journey with Berkeley students as they navigate the challenges of the current pandemic with strength, creativity, and wisdom. New episodes released every Friday. Thanks for listening. Okay, so Crystal, welcome to Friday Feels. We're so glad to have you on this podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're glad you're here. We're excited to hear some of your wisdom. So we like to start by asking the student to just go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself, whatever you want to share.
My name is Crystal. I'm a fashion major. I'll be graduating in May. The spring will be my last semester. Um, People probably see me around the campus. I miss being around the campus.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I miss talking to other students and the advisors and the faculty that's there. I miss that. Like that's was sometimes that was like my zen, so to speak, like going to the
Yeah.
campus, and going to the library and looking up different things and doing work for school and interacting with students. It was like my zen, so to speak. So
Yeah.
now that we're in this pandemic, it's like
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of different. It's not too much different, but it's different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm not able to engage with people, and I like engaging with people. So
Yeah.
that's the worst thing about it, though.
How long have you been at Berkeley for?
Since I want to say like 2017, 16.
Awesome. What are you
I
studying?
fashion merchandising and management.
Woo.
I'm getting my associates.
That's
Mhm.
awesome.
I used to be the president of the fashion club as well. That
Ah,
was back in 2017 or 18, one of those.
nice.
Hmm.
Do you know what you want to do when you graduate?
I do. Actually, my goal is to become a wardrobe stylist for the celebrities or different events for
Mm,
different, fashion designers or whatever that might be. I want to help put their look together for a certain event. That's what I want to do.
that's
I
awesome.
also want to have my own company, like a fashion styling slash mentor program where
Ooh.
that I want to mentor people that have been in traumatic situations and their self-esteem has been shot throughout that. I want my company to be able to help them get through the traumatic experiences through fashion though. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's all
Yeah.
about self-care, it's about self-love and just building up your self-esteem back to where it was before you went through that traumatic experience. And I also want to have a podcast, actually. Yeah, and basically for people that's not ready to like show themselves or want people to see them, or they could use the podcast and express how they feel or what's on their mind, or maybe ask a question and maybe someone else can help them through their experiences, or maybe I can help them through their experiences. So those are my goals basically. I just want to help people get to their better selves like I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's so much of who you are as a person is you're so people oriented and you care a lot about the people around you. So that's really cool that you're using both your gift and your passion to impact the world.
Yep.
That's great. So I know you said it was kind of hard not being on campus. What are some other challenges that you've faced due to the pandemic so far?
Well, um before the pandemic, I was doing a lot of work on myself where that I
Mm,
was, just basically doing a lot of inner work on myself. I wasn't happy with being angry all the time and
mm,
I was just trying to find a place where I could be happy and just let light into my life. Like I was
yeah,
tired of being dark. So with
yeah,
that being said, before the pandemic I was just working on myself, and now that the pandemic has hit, it's like it's extra time for me to look on the inside, you know what I mean?
mm,
So I really
yeah,
don't see the pandemic as a bad thing for me.
mm,
And I'm not saying
yeah,
that I don't have bad days, because I do. And some days on my
Yeah.
bad days, I try to stay positive as much as I can. I try not to stay in that negative, dark energy. And it's real easy to stay there considering what we're going through. So I just
Mm.
try to be silly sometimes, make myself laugh, keep positive affirmations. I have
Yeah.
vision boards around my room, with different positive affirmations. So sometimes when things get hard, yeah, I cry sometimes and
Mm.
still say the affirmations just because I know they work for me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
Yeah.
it just brings me back to the light, so to speak.
Wow. I love that. It sounds like even in the midst of having to stay home and all the chaos going on around you, you've found a way to keep your peace.
Absolutely. And it's like my kids are here too. Like I have three
Oh, yeah.
children. They range from 22, 16, and 10. So I try to check in with them as well because the
Mm.
pandemic is affecting them as well. So
Yeah.
I try to like check in with them. Sometimes they be like, "Oh, I'm ready to go back to school," and you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But I get it because I want to go back to school too, but at the same time, we do have to stay safe. And I take this time for
Mm.
us to bond more as a family, like to get,
Ooh.
family relationships better. Like that's what I think this
Yeah.
time is about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that COVID-19 is not serious because we lost a
Right.
lot of lives.
Right.
And I'm sorry to hear that, but at the same time we have to use it as a blessing, you know what I mean, and bond with the people that we love, our families, work on
Mm.
ourselves, the things that we used to say that, damn, if I had time I would do this, damn, if I had time I would do that. Well, now we have the time, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, so
Yeah.
we have nothing but time right now. So I suggest, for other people to like take this time and bond with your children, bond with your mothers, your fathers, all of that. Like it's a time to build up relationships instead of like
Mm.
being at each other's throats. Like we need more love. And that's what
Yeah.
I'm trying to enforce in my household. You know what I mean? And that's what I tell my children. So I give them hugs all the time. Sometimes they be
Yeah.
like, "Mom, come on, you doing too much." But I prefer them to tell me that than to say, my
Yeah.
mom never gave me a hug in the
Yeah.
pandemic, so to speak. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I love that. Like just staying connected and staying grounded and checking in with people. I feel like when everything outside of us is crazy, the only thing we really have control of is what's inside of us.
Absolutely.
And it sounds like you've really used that to not only ground yourself, but ground the people around you.
Absolutely. And it ain't easy. You know what I mean? And I
No.
don't have it all together. But
Yeah.
from what I know, that I try to live it. You know what I mean? And maybe I can help
Mm.
someone else. And I try, I don't try. I normally help other people that's around me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I try to share that light. And sometimes it's successful and sometimes it's not. But when it's
Mm.
not, it takes time. And then, they come back and they be like, that time you said to me. You know what I mean? I'll be like, yeah, I
Yeah.
remember. They be like, yeah, it dawned on me.
Yeah. Yeah. It's cool to be able to see, like, even in some of our most difficult times in life, we still have a positive impact on people.
Yeah, absolutely.
What helps you to stay motivated and encouraged?
Good question. Basically, I've been through a lot in my life. So the fact that
Mm.
I've been through so much in my life, I I have this thing where I don't want to repeat the same mistakes. I don't want to repeat the
Yeah.
same cycle. So I work on myself so that way I could break cycles
Mm.
and form maybe new cycles, but positively. You know what I mean? It's so
Yeah.
easy for me to get negative and be in a dark place and think everything is against me, as opposed to me being positive and like, all right, I'm the creator of my life.
Yeah.
I am the architect of my life. So whatever I want in my life, I can get it. It's just I have to apply myself and know what I really, really want. You understand what I'm
Mm.
saying? So I have to take the time out and find out what is it that I really want? What is gonna make me happy? You don't want to be
Yeah.
angry anymore? Okay, fine. So what is gonna make you happy? And that I think
Mm.
that's what's my motivation. That's
Yeah.
what encourages me, and just overcoming my fears, because I have a
Yeah.
lot of fears which I know
Oh,
are
me
false
too.
expectations that aren't real.
Mm.
but I have a lot of them and I want to overcome them. So I guess that's my encouragement.
Yeah.
Overcoming all my fears so that way I could sit back and say, yeah, I did that. A lot for all the
Yeah.
people that said I couldn't, and for that side of myself that even doubted myself, I'm proving myself wrong. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
the people that think that I can't do it. But it's not
Yeah.
about the other people, it's about myself.
Yeah. Like showing up with your higher self.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
love that. What have you been doing for self care?
Um, I've been writing a lot. I've been writing a lot in
Mm.
my journals. I've learned how to express my emotions and what I feel, my thoughts. I do my nails myself,
Nice.
my feet myself. I went to cosmetology school, but it's so
Whoa.
crazy. That's why I said because this pandemic taught me a lot about myself because I went to cosmetology school. I know how to do hair, I know how to do nails, I know how to do feet. And I
Wow.
before that, it was like I never said that. You know what I mean? So no one ever knew.
Mm.
So the fact
Mm.
that I'm sitting in here and I have to do self-care and all of that, I'm like, well, I could do my nails. I'm about to box braid my hair myself. So,
Nice.
basically, I'm just trying to keep my spirits up. I love fashion. I love to dress. So even if I'm going to the store, I'm putting on a
Yeah.
full outfit, my color lipstick. Everyone knows me and my color lipstick and my
Yeah.
glasses. So I wear that to the store. You know what I mean? And that's some part of my self care. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
keeping my nails together, my feet, my hair.
Yeah.
So it just teaches me to get my skills back up. And it also the pandemic, when I say it, the pandemic has taught me that I have a lot of talents that I slept on. I have a lot of talents right now. And it's not about money, but I could I could help somebody else. Somebody else might need their hair braided and might need their daughter's hair braided. And they see my daughter hair braided in
Yeah.
my hair. They like, who did your hair? Me. You know what I mean? So that's the
Yeah.
form of networking too. So that's how I'm thinking about it. You know what I mean? It's self care for me, but also I can help someone else on their self care journey. It's all about networking.
Yeah. And have there been any spiritual practices that have helped you?
Absolutely. Like I have crystals. I take spiritual baths. I have crystals. I say my affirmations. I'm learning how to meditate. Um, I'm just sitting still, just quiet, trying to quiet my mind. That is so hard to do.
I know. I
OMG.
know.
Oh, it's so hard to do. That is like the hardest thing to do for like 5 minutes. Just sit there, don't think about anything. Wow,
Yep.
that is a task for me. I don't know about anyone else, and anyone that knows how to meditate and gets through it. Kudos to you, because I'm trying to get there.
Yeah.
But
That's
yeah, I
good.
take spiritual baths. I listen to I think it's
Yeah.
Reiki
Yeah. Yeah.
music. I
Reiki.
listen to that. I try to listen to calming music. I take a lot of baths,
Mm.
and I do a lot of reading. I just ordered some books, so I have crystals for beginners because I'm noticing that I have different gifts as well. So I bought a crystal book because I'm drawn to crystals. Um,
Mm.
and that's it.
That's good.
Mhm.
Well, my last question for you is if you had to give any advice or encouragement or resources to other Berkeley students, what would it be?
Don't panic. Don't fear. I know it's easier said than done. Um, Express how you feel. Always be real with yourself, no matter what it is, and stay positive. No matter
Mm.
how bad the situation might be, it's gonna be so hard. But
Yeah.
um, try to hold on to the little great things that make you smile.
Yes.
The little things. Like maybe if you have a child, maybe the fact that your child come and give you a hug, try to hold on to that in the midst of that negative, dark time
Mm.
or thought.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I love that.
Um, and if you see me on campus, make sure you say hi to me.
Yeah, for sure. You always bring a really high energy and a positivity and a sense of community with you, and we're so grateful for you. And Crystal, I'm super proud of you. You should be proud of yourself. I'm excited to see what you do out in the world because I know you're going to make a big difference.
Oh well, thanks, Sarah. That means a lot, and I hope someone, with just sharing my thoughts, I hope it helps someone.
Help
I
me.
hope I touch one person.
Yeah, help me for sure. Well, thank you so much. We hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day and a good pandemic. And we thank you again for being on our podcast.
No problems. Thanks for having me.
Okay, have a
Have a
good
good
day.
day.
That's all for now. Join us next week for another episode of Friday Feels. Enjoy your weekend and stay safe. Be well.